Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for April 4th to April 10th. I'm getting a strong sense of priorities for you, Aries. I feel like you're really focused on and very clear about what's important to you and only focusing on those priorities. So that's really coming through here, especially for this week. Like only giving your energy to things that matter. That's a theme for Aries this week. Observer. I feel like you're just kind of allowing things to be as they are. Not needing to, releasing the need to have something be a certain way, no matter how much we may want something to be a certain way. It's like we're coming into a space of peace, of allowing things to just be. And I feel like when we're in that state, there's going to be almost like being in the moment is going to help you to, something is going to open up here for you where your attention is going to be brought to something in your present moment that brings in a sense of joy, happiness, excitement. It's almost as if for some, it's like we may have had our focus on wanting something to come about, whether that's a relationship or a career or some kind of opportunity, kind of like really looking forward, like our focus is in the future, or our focus is really much in something that's happened in the past. And so I'm kind of seeing someone just kind of like shift their energy to, I'm just going to focus on what's here right now in front of me. And in that moment, you kind of see something that's right underneath your nose that you didn't realize was there. And it's going to be something that's going to open up a door for you, or it's going to kind of like change it could even be something small, but it creates this domino effect, like it leads to another thing. So that's what I'm kind of sensing here with this observer card. So I feel like there's a door opening from a shift in perspective or a shift in focus. Okay, what's coming up for Aries this week? What's the focus for Aries this week? So curiosity, yeah, it feels like there's 6 of Pentacles and 8 of Cups. We have a lot of cards flying out really smoothly here. Okay, they're saying all of them. Page of Cups, 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and 10 of Pentacles. I really feel like you're discovering, this kind of speaks of priorities here, kind of like allowing ourselves to focus on the things that really matter. So for some of you here, it's like with this Page of Cups, this could be focusing on maybe connection, like emotional connection with ourselves or what makes us happy, or kind of understanding ourselves like on another level. I feel like maybe some of you are uncovering a joy for you, something that makes you really happy and connecting with that, whether that's another person in your life or a hobby, a craft, or just something that you really enjoy. I'm really seeing like being in the moment and enjoying yourself, especially that 9 of Cups, feeling abundant, feeling fulfilled, feeling like you have everything that you need in front of you and you don't need anything else, is really going to bring in a sense of happiness and joy and peace within your life. And it could also have something to do with your family. Like maybe some of you are really connecting with your family. You're really connecting, like forming those deeper bonds, like focusing on the relationships that you do have in your life and allowing that to be enough for you, I feel like is going to be really helpful here. And that's something that you're going to focus on. And with that Ace of Swords, it's like allowing yourself to kind of it's a breakthrough. It's also allowing yourself to release yourself from any kind of expectations, anything that has been binding you or kind of weighing you down. I feel like through experiencing joy in what you have right in front of you is going to help you to release any kind of attachments or maybe even like expectations of how you want, how or maybe wanting something to be. I feel like there's a really strong letting go this week on a profound level here. What else do we need to know about this? Yeah, Queen of Cups. Look at that. Self-love, self-care, knowing that you have everything that you need right inside of you. There's a lot of wisdom to you as well. I feel like you're kind of using a lot of your wisdom. There's something here about spiritual maturity or spiritual growth that you're applying to your life, and you're allowing that to really be embodied within you. And I feel like maybe a lot of people are even going to see you as this pillar of spiritual strength. Maybe they may even look at you for guidance, for insight. I feel like a lot of you have very beautiful ways of diving deep into emotions and like understanding emotions, probably because you've had to really go through many experiences, understand your own. And I feel as though you have like this deeper knowledge or this deeper awareness of maybe why some people feel the way they do, even if they themselves are not able to see it. It's like you have that extra insight. You're able to tune in and sense, like underline, like look behind the veil or look behind underneath on a deeper level into people. Like you're really good at seeing into people. I feel like I'm reading for someone very specific, or maybe like a very specific group of people, but this is what's kind of coming through here. And I feel like a lot of you are also are kind of becoming leaders in that way in your family. And it doesn't matter what your age is. It's almost like part of it is becoming like part of your, I don't want to say role in your family, because I don't want to assign those labels. I don't feel like we should have those labels, but I also kind of feel like that's just the position that some of you have in your family just naturally. You know, like maybe you're the one that everyone goes to for advice, or you're the one that everyone goes to for this kind of insight, because you have that special knowledge, you have that inner knowing. And I feel like for some of you, you're taking that to the next level, or there's something about it that you are maybe going to explore, or maybe it'll grow a little bit more this week, or really coming into, it's like a power or a gift that you're really coming into. I feel like there's something there about that. Can we know more about this Queen of Cups? What else is coming out for this Queen of Cups? For Aries. And death. So transformation, going through a transformation, allowing a lot of toxic things go as well. I kind of feel like with this Ace of Swords and this Death card, I feel like out of self-love and self-care, you're releasing yourself from things that again, may feel like they have been draining you or weighing you down or pulling you down, kind of keeping you stuck in some place. I feel like a lot of you are rescuing yourself. You're making choices based off of self-love, self-care, and allowing yourself to let things be, and letting them go as well. And if something kind of comes back and transforms and comes back into your life, I feel like you're surrendering that as well. But I just get this sense that whatever it is, if it's toxic or it doesn't feel good, or it's kind of holding me back or hindering my growth in some way, those are the things I feel like you are releasing yourself from. What's transforming? More about this Death card for Aries. What's transforming for Aries? Okay, you have the Moon card. I feel like a lot of you, your throat chakra, there's something about your expression. Maybe some of you are coming into a newfound sense of expression or truth, allowing your truth to be heard and seen. High Priestess. So there's a lot of beautiful divine feminine energy here, a lot of moon energy. Again, looking within, looking behind the veil into the depths of your gifts, of your spirituality. There's something that's really coming into full form here. I feel like you're going through this transformation process is your transition from your old life to your new life. And the new life is you allowing yourself to express your spirituality, express your spiritual gifts. It's like you've went through this training, you know, this life kind of trained you to kind of really step into some kind of divine purpose or role. And you're really starting to embody that. Can we have one more here about the High Priestess? What else do we need to know about the High Priestess? Three of Cups. Beautiful. So celebration. I feel like a lot of you may feel like you've hit like a milestone, or you really accomplished something. You've come to some kind of finish line. I feel like there's a sense of victory with this Three of Cups as well. I feel like a lot of you may have also internally be celebrating that you have come this far in your growth or in your evolution. And I'm kind of strongly feeling it's like you're noticing and watching yourself having ease when it comes to letting things go, or not allowing some things to get to you, or not allowing some things to really kind of take your power away. I feel like you are watching yourself really stand strong in your own power. And that is something worth celebrating. So I feel like a lot of you are also tapping into a lot of spiritual gifts. So there's some kind of victory or some kind of growth that's happening here that's going to feel like it's worth celebrating, or at least worth congratulating yourself for. So there's something here about that. Let's go into this Page of Swords. So there's something that either you are exploring, watching, understanding, learning, or there's someone else that's observing you as well. We have strong observation, learning, understanding kind of energies here as well. So let's see what this Page of Swords is about for Aries. I'm hearing like coming into a new understanding. Yeah, coming into a newer understanding and balance. There's a sense of balance that's coming in, and the understanding, the learning, the exposure is what I'm hearing, like being exposed to new sources of wisdom, new sources of knowledge, and information is helping to bring balance into your life, into your emotions, into a situation. It's helping to dismantle old ways of thinking or old paradigms is what I'm hearing. Like an old paradigm. I feel like a lot of you may be also going through some kind of transformation when it comes to, again, your wisdom. But what that is also doing is knocking down an old paradigm. So you're definitely in this transition period here. What else do I need to know about this? The Knight of Cups. So having access to your heart space, having access to your emotions, really getting in touch with your heart, I feel like. And I feel like this journey is also showing you what really matters to you again. So there's that priorities. So really knowing what matters to you, what's really in your heart, and staying true to it. I also feel like there's something here about doing things differently is what I'm hearing. Like kind of, it's almost as if having this access to a deeper part of you is helping you to go down this new path of yours in a different way from maybe how we've always gone down the path or old ways of doing things, because maybe what we know now is different from, where we're coming from. And so it's kind of motivating us to approach life, maybe approach people, situations, even ourselves, like maybe even the decisions that we make for our own life, like our approach, I feel like, is kind of different. So changing the way you're doing things in your day-to-day life is going to be different as well. What else do we need to know about this? Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like there's something here about wanting to invest for yourself in the long term. So I feel like by having some kind of access to, it's like you're getting to know yourself on a deeper level, and that access is helping you to think about, what do I want to invest in the future for myself? Like, what kinds of things do I want to put my energy into and see them grow? Is it, my career? Is it calling in better relationships or romantic relationships or even friendships? Is it healing family relationships and having harmony within my family? Is it moving to, I want to travel more. I want to do, whatever it is that you want to do. I feel as though having this deeper connection with your heart space and your true self, it's like you're allowing your true voice to speak out. You're allowing yourself to express what your soul and heart really want versus maybe what we thought we were supposed to want. So you're transitioning from one thing to the next. Maybe one thing was more about me kind of doing things based off of what I thought I was supposed to do, or maybe what my family taught me I'm supposed to want and invest in. And now it's kind of switching over to, what do I really want though? Like, what is something that I never really allowed myself to have? And I feel like you're kind of prioritizing, maybe even writing it down or doing research on, how can I make that happen for myself? How can I invest in the things that are truly resonant for me? And maybe it's not so much about right or wrong. It's about what is right for me. Yeah. Okay, what else do you need to know about this? Seven of Wands. So a lot of boundaries here. Very protective of your space. I feel like a lot of you are not allowing other people who have maybe in the past, I'm hearing the word infiltrated. So kind of infiltrated. It's almost what they're showing me is like you might have had in the past like this beautiful plan for something. And then you might have told someone about it. And then they kind of come in and they just almost like the image that they're showing me is like you're halfway putting together a puzzle. And you like show someone and they come in and they just like mess up all the pieces. So it's like before you even get a chance to kind of finish the puzzle, someone comes in because you showed it to them or opened the door and let them in and showed you your puzzle. They just kind of like messed it all up. So they're kind of showing me how maybe there are some people in your life that you've noticed in the past, like when you've kind of opened the doors up. And maybe these people have had the best of intentions, but they didn't really, or maybe not, but you know, it's like you want to set your boundaries there because you're trying to preserve what it is that you're trying to build. So I feel like your boundaries are really strong right now. I feel like you're prioritizing, you're giving yourself the space. That's that Queen of Cups as well. You're prioritizing yourself as well. You're also making yourself a priority in the sense of, you know, what I want for myself also matters. It's not just about what other people want for me or what I'm supposed to do for other people. What I want for my life is also important. That also matters. Okay, Seven of Wands. What else do we need to know about this? Four of Pentacles. I also feel like a lot of you are being very selective with your energy as well. Like it's not so much about being super overprotective, but it's just kind of like it has to be worth your while is kind of what I'm seeing. And it's almost like you have your sights set on very specific things, you know, so you want you want to be treated a certain way, or you want certain people to have like certain traits in a relationship. And so you have these standards, you have these things that you really want in a connection or in a career, in a job, in a living situation. And I feel as though you are allowing yourself to kind of stand your ground with that, with the Four of Pentacles. It's like, maybe in the past, and maybe that's something we had to learn. Maybe that's something that we didn't do in the past. And so now it's like, now we're embodying. So that's the Page of Swords. We're like learning a new way of doing something to make something work for us. So that's what I'm kind of seeing here with the Four of Pentacles. Let's go into the Six of Pentacles and Eight of Cups. So it looks like we're walking away from maybe some kind of community or some kind of group, connection, something that kind of has felt emotionally unfulfilling here. Yeah. And then we have the Ten of Cups as well. So this is about bonds. I feel like I'm hearing the word bonds. So bonds with other people that may have formed your tribe, or what you saw as your tribe. And I feel like there's something here about it that we may be kind of distancing ourselves from emotionally. What else do we need to know about this? The King of Wands. Courage. I feel like there's some courage that you're stepping into in order to do this. It's like growing in your power, growing in your independence as well with the King of Wands, growing in your independence and determination of what you want for your life. There's a really strong, fierce warrior energy coming through to this card here. Fearless, kind of what I'm hearing. Okay, we have the Empress and the Two of Cups. So maybe there's a King of Wands here that's very determined to go after an Empress. Because that's kind of what the energy that I'm sensing is. This could also be, I feel like there's a King of Wands here. So whether this is you or someone else, Aries, take it as it resonates. I kind of feel like this King of Wands, this King of Wands may feel unfulfilled emotionally in some way or another. Like something's missing, right? It's not that he's completely unhappy. I mean, he could be, but there's something missing, right? And so he wants his Ten of Cups. He wants he wants the full thing. And he wants community. He wants family. He wants like this close bond. He wants that tight-knit group. And I feel like he may see his Empress as that missing cup, as that missing piece. Yeah. I feel like this is all about trying new things and trying something different. So again, not just in personal matters, like when it comes to setting boundaries in career and other things, but I also feel like this King of Wands, I feel like the King of Wands here in this scenario is going after this Empress, wants to connect with this Empress, and may have the very significant spiritual bond here. So soulmates or twin flames, however you want to call it. But there is a determination, a desire for this King of Wands for his Empress. And I kind of feel like, though, this King of Wands is almost like seeing this, the way he is approaching the Empress has to be different from what he's done before. So with that Fool card, it's like taking risks, setting aside reservations or restrictions or any kind of things that may get in our way, and stepping into the unknown, allowing yourself to trust, go off of faith, explore new lands, try different things, maybe things that we've never tried before. Because I feel like there is something new, like I'm getting the sense of like, I need to approach her or him in a different way. Like I can't approach this Empress like this. I need to try something different. And it's almost like a reflection of one's own inner growth. So maybe this King of Wands used to be a Knight of Wands or a Page of Wands, and really had to go through, this training, this evolution, this growth. And from that growth, it's like your perspective, your eyes change and shift and realize that if I want the Empress, then I kind of need to go after her in a different way that is in honor of who she is, the Empress. Okay, let's keep going here. What else do we need to know about the Fool? The Devil. I feel like this is about fear. Yeah. So it kind of feels like this pile here is about relationships. And I feel like this is about someone wanting something, being very determined to have it, but also maybe being a little bit stuck in their feeling of, maybe they have this sense that they're stuck. They can't move forward. They want to move forward, but they can't move forward, or they're debating, they're choosing, they're kind of playing around with the idea. This is about choices with the Two of Wands, wanting to set out on new horizons, but also wanting to break free from something, wanting to break free from something old, something that has maybe just grown stagnant, something that is no longer serving them, and wanting to manifest a Fool's journey. What else do we need to know about this Devil and Two of Wands? I'll clarify the Devil and Two of Wands. So look at that Knight of Wands, determination, having the warrior spirit again, allowing them. So I kind of feel like maybe there is someone here that is in the Knight of Wands place, but they're overcoming a lot of their inner demons. They're kind of overcoming a lot of their, could be pride, ego, attachments, dependencies, addictions, anything. But it's like they are having the warrior spirit to overcome and fight through it and push through it, which is beautiful. And they are allowing themselves to open up doors for new options, for something new in their life. Like they're not just settling for, well, this is what it's going to be. I don't see that. I see that this person is very determined. And Wands, the Knights and Kings of Wands are very determined. They're fiery. They're passionate. They want to go after their dreams and goals. So I see this determination to break out of wherever they're at, to start this new beginning. And when they kind of go through this transformation, they're not going to show up to the Empress as the Knight of Wands, like I said. They're going to show up as the King of Wands because they went through this transformation here. So very beautiful. Let me just pick one more here for the Knight of Wands. I have one more for the Knight of Wands. Guidance for the Knight of Wands here. The Star. Okay, so I'm kind of hearing whoever this Knight of Wands is, that to have faith and hope in your dreams, and to dream the bigger dream, and to manifest it. I feel like this Knight of Wands is manifesting a beginning with his Empress, and he's going through first, but it's kind of like he put out this intention, he put out this dream or this wish, like, I want my Empress, but it's kind of like, life is kind of like, well, if you want to get to the Empress, and to be worthy of the Empress, right? It's like, we can't have you showing up as a knight. We need you showing up either as the Emperor or the King of Wands. So it's like, we have to get you to kind of transform some of these things, go through this spiritual journey or process, and grow through that. So you can kind of be at that level where you can receive that connection. So whoever that resonates for, whether you're the Knight or King of Wands, or there's someone in your life, it's kind of like I feel like that's what someone's going through right now, is they're going through this spiritual growth, maybe even the dark night of the soul, to help them transform into the right frequency, the right energy, to be in the right space, the balanced space here, to have a harmonious connection with someone. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So this is all about building and growth and allowing ourselves to also take our time. And there's no rush to get to the finish line. I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, I'm hearing to enjoy whatever it is that you're building right now in your life. It may not be the end goal, but I'm kind of getting this message of there is to, again, the here and now seems to be a common message here as well. Like enjoying the moment here and now, and really taking, kind of like soaking in the building aspect of whatever it is that you're building in your life, whether that's, yourself or a career, a business, whatever it is, kind of enjoy where you are right now. Because that's what we have. So, okay, let's go into some oracle cards. What is a challenge for Aries this week? Aries being challenged with. Trust. Yeah. Having that trust and faith and hope that things will kind of transform in the way that you are hoping. And I almost kind of hearing that it's actually going to turn out differently from what you're picturing in your mind, but it's going to be better. Like once those things kind of come into your life, the gifts and blessings out of the results of you walking this path, the things that comes towards you, it's going to give you this feeling of, yes, I asked for that, but what I have right in front of me is actually so much better and so much more needed for me than what I was asking for. So I kind of get that. That's the kind of sense that I get here. So that's why I think that's the message with this trust. It's like, we can have a vision, we can have the goal, the dream, but I'm also hearing that, sometimes spirit will come in and kind of adjust the dream or the vision, that it's like, because there's more of that collective knowledge of things that are out there that we may not, we're not aware of, that we could have and we didn't even know we wanted or needed. So being open to, being flexible and open-minded to different things also being introduced into our life is what I'm hearing with this. Okay, what is something positive for Aries? Solitude. Yeah. And I think that goes with those strong boundaries. I feel like allowing yourself to kind of make up your own mind about things, having time to think for yourself and not really have others come and infiltrate how they think you should think about something or how they think you should look at something. Giving yourself that quiet time, that peace, that inner peace. What else do we need to know about solitude? Something positive for Aries this week. Transformation. Yeah. It's like you're in the cocoon phase, you're in the cocoon phase and you need your space. You're incubating, you're forming, you're still baking in the oven. And I feel as though that transformation is just going to keep blooming and growing. Very beautiful, Aries. Let's do one more here. Let's pick a guidance message for Aries. Abundance. Beautiful. I feel like there's more abundance that's going to come in for you than you realize. I think that it's right now, since we're kind of in this, it's almost like it feels like you're in the building stage, or you're kind of going towards something, or you're stepping foot onto something is what it feels like. And, but there is a lot of abundance that's coming in here for you. I feel like you have newer connections, you have new lands, new doors that are opening up for you, and newer experiences that we didn't even realize we needed or even existed out in the world. So I think that you have some pretty cool surprises on the horizon here for you, Aries. Beautiful. And look at that. At the bottom of the deck, I just turned it over and said solitude. So I think solitude's going to be really important for you this this week. I feel like some quiet time or meditation, just having time to yourself, even to relax and take care of yourself, maybe have like a self-care kind of day as well. So, okay, beautiful Aries. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you for next week. Bye, Aries.